So let's try something significantly more complicated. I'm on the Hacker News jobs board. These are all Y Combinator startups, and these are recent job posts. What I want ChatGPT to do is, let's just make it easy by picking the first 5, maybe, because it's slow if I tried to do it with every single one of these. I wanted to take the first 5 of these links, find the name of the company, so Aviator, GiveCampus, Tesorio, Optory, Emerge Tools, and then find out how much money each of them has raised, and then compile that for me in a table format, maybe. So what I need to do is just provide this URL. I could probably just say, go to the Hacker News jobs board, but just to be very specific, I will say, visit or browse the Hacker News, let's make this a bit larger, job board here. And then I'll say, extract the names of the first 5 companies who have posted on the board. For each of the companies, find out how much money they have raised. And then maybe return or output the data as a markdown table. Let's try this. So while this is going, it will take a while. The next thing I want to call your attention to is that we can click here to view exactly what it's doing. So it went to this link, and you can click this link, make sure it's the right one. And it is the jobs board. And then it's reading the content. Now it's doing a search. We can see specifically for Aviator funding. And then hopefully it's reading a post or some content. It found the amount. Now it's doing the same thing for GiveCampus funding, which is the second company on here, right? Aviator, GiveCampus. Tesorio is the next one. And I'll be back when this finishes. But you can tell exactly what it's doing, or at least a general idea of what it's clicking on, what it's searching for. And here we go. So it's generating me this table, exactly what I asked for. It's pretty cool. And I don't know if it's entirely accurate. I did double check these first 3. As far as I could tell looking on Crunchbase, these numbers are accurate. For the sake of time, I didn't bother with these others. That is the limitation here, is that it's searching the web, but it's only looking for the first matching result, or hopefully the best matching result. It's unclear actually exactly what algorithm it uses when it searches for Aviator funding. I assume, we can click this link, I assume it just clicks the first non-advertisement link, so somewhere down here, or maybe it just grabs this number here. I don't know exactly what it does and how it decides once a search has been executed. Either way, it's giving us numbers that are relatively accurate. As far as I can tell, these are the right numbers that I can find on the internet. That doesn't mean they're the true numbers, but they're the public numbers. So that's an example of something that took way more than just a single search. It visited a page, a job board. It extracted the company names. And, what might have been nice is actually to then have it also include, if I was doing this for real, do it for every link on this page, include the funding, maybe the employee count, if I'm curious about that, and then a link to the specific job. And then I could have all that data here sort of compiled to make it easy for me to look at different companies. And maybe I want to work at companies that are new and don't have a ton of funding or a low employee count. So just kind of a fun example that shows that it is capable of far more complex things than just a single Bing search. With that said, there are limitations.